Hey there! Have you ever wondered if there's a tool out there that can make creating game environment and interior design easier for people with little to no 3D modeling experience? There are many AI tools out there that are making people's lives easier than before. However, are we at the stage where 3D artists and designers can rely on these tools? In today's video, I will show you two tools that will make you generate 3D models from text prompts. One tool is called Point E, and it's a tool made by OpenAI, company that created ChatGPT, and the other tool is called Stable Dreamfusion, and it uses Stable Diffusion's models to generate, again, 3D models from text prompts. So let's begin. If you go to Point E's GitHub, you will be able to find all the code in order to run their script locally. They have image to 3D and text to 3D tools, however, I will be only testing text to 3D tool. For the purposes of this video, I will be using a Google Collab notebook that a fellow YouTuber called One Little Coder has shared. And of course, you can find the demo on the Hugging Faces website. I'm gonna put a link for this Google Collab notebook, and once you open it, as always in Google Collab, you have to run every cell in order for a script to work, and until you find the cell that's gonna ask for a text prompt. And in this case, I'm gonna ask for something simple like a fat cat. I think that the more complicated prompts don't really work that well yet. By running the remaining cells, we'll be able to see the preview of the point cloud that was generated in this case. And look how awesome it is. It's fat, it's chubby, and it has 3 legs. And the rest of the cells are gonna turn this point cloud into a mesh with a PLY format that you can download and open in your laptop. Once I opened the mesh in Blender, I realized that it looks a little bit sad and gray, and since Point E doesn't generate material, I decided to apply material myself in Blender and also to texture paint my mesh so that it looks a little bit more realistic. First step was UV unwrapping the mesh using Smart UV Unwrap. After that, I applied an image texture, and as a third step, I went to the texture painting tab and I started painting my mesh. I just wanted to share briefly with you some of the other 3D models that I generated using Point E, and I realized that this script is much better at generating geometric, hard surface models that are ideal for interior design and so on. However, at this point, if you try to create a plant or an animal, the results are going to be pretty much unrealistic and very random. More or less, I'm satisfied with the results. These are tools that are in their infancy, and I think that in a few years, they're going to get much better and much more realistic. Let's head over to GitHub Stable Dreamfusion's page, where you'll be able to find links to their Google Collab notebooks. And here, first, let's make sure that we are running GPU as hardware accelerator. And after that, we're gonna start running the cell. We have Tesla T4 as GPU, and the next step was going to be to install all dependencies, which is essentially all kinds of libraries. This step took approximately 50 seconds to a minute to complete. Training and testing is the section where you're going to write your text prompt, and their default prompt is a photo of delicious hamburger, but I'm gonna replace it with my own text prompt, and I'm just gonna write down a modern armchair because I want to compare Stable Dreamfusion to Point E. And after you've done that, you can run that cell and it's going to start generating the 3D model. One important thing to keep in mind is that the second step, called training iterations or training steps, is very important for the quality of the results. You want to keep that at 5,000 or even higher because a higher number usually leads to better results. A little trick here: text a DSLR photo off will generate better results. Once we've trained our model, we're gonna start testing it, and in this phase the model will be tested, it will be unwrapped, the material will be created, which is an PNG file of the texture, and the results will be saved in the folder called trial/results. And by results I mean we're gonna have 3 files: an OBJ file with the mesh, an MTL file with the material, and a PNG albedo or diffuse map. And as a final step, I will just find those files in the folder structure and download them. Yes, these are the results, and unfortunately it doesn't get much better once you apply the texture. By the way, this is what the diffuse map looks like. And just to clarify things, it took this script an hour to generate this mesh. I wasn't ready to give up yet, so I gave it another run. This time I used the word cat and I increased the second parameter to 10,000, which should guarantee better results. When I saw this blurry preview of the mesh, I was quite optimistic, to be honest. But then I opened the mesh in Blender. And this is the moment when I decided to give up. My cat did have ears, which is nice, but it also had a horn in the middle of the face, and I really don't know how to explain this texture. This makes no sense. Overall, it did look a little bit more catty compared to the Point E mesh. However, it's still far away from the results that they were promising on their demo. So as a final step, let's compare the meshes that Point E and Stable Dreamfusion created for us. In order to create meritocracy and equal opportunities for everyone, I decided to texture paint Stable Dreamfusion's mesh, which would give them similar look and quality.
Choose your character.
So that's it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed this video. In case you did, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. It will mean a lot to me. And in case you have some type of a feedback or suggestion, please write it down in the comments. I want to create useful and helpful videos, and if you have an idea about how I can achieve that, please let me know. And have a good one. Bye!